Hey guys, thanks for watching the last video, it was really appreciated. So I'm going to be showing you my 4 favourite bottles for my breastfed and tongue-tied baby. So let's get into the video. So the first bottle I'm going to show you is a Tommee Tippee bottle. They pretty much sell them everywhere. Now, when I used these with my son, I was not a massive fan of them. But for my daughter, they've been really helpful. I think because with her tongue tie, the actual shape of it has been a lot easier because she can't have as good as a latch as if she didn't have tongue tie. So if you don't know, tongue tie is, there's a little bit of skin underneath your tongue and sometimes it goes up a bit too high and it means that you can't move your tongue as much. That's basically what that is. So all bottles like to try and say that they mimic the shape of mom's breast. All of them do. Pretty much they don't, but you know, they try. So with the Tommee Tippee one, it's pretty simple. This one goes up to 5 ounces, so 150 ml. There we go, I'll show you that one. That's the bottle itself, and this is the lid. As you can tell, I'm probably not the best at showing to the camera, but hey ho. I would always suggest when you're breastfeeding and wanting to express into a bottle or combi feeding that you go for a low flow teat, the lowest as you can, even as they get older, because it basically stops your baby getting lazy and the flow being too quick. Tommee Tippee do a wide variety of those. So, and if you happen to have a Tommee Tippee sterilizer, if you look at the dotted lines here, just under the 90 ml, that's how high up you fill the water to pour into your steam sterilizer. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. I have 2 sterilizers. I have a Milton water sterilizer and I also have a Tommee Tippee steam sterilizer, so they fit perfectly into that. And I will also point out that the valve for the air valve is on the side, so that stops your baby drinking excess air, causing a colicky baby, because no one enjoys a colicky baby. No one. So the next bottle I'm going to show you is the Medela Calmer. Now Medela have been going for years and years, just like Tommee Tippee. But I will add, this is quite a pricey bottle. This bottle cost me $15.99 for the one bottle. But if you have a combi feed baby or you breastfeed and express, this bottle is really fantastic for that. So the teat for this bottle comes in 3 parts. As you can see, there's the bottom part, which is this one. This also helps with the way baby actually drinks. So then there's the next part, which is supposed to visually represent mom's breast also. The third part of the teat is, the actual teat itself. As you can see, it has a complete hole through it, but because you've got these 2 valves, when you attach them, when you attach everything all together, then the only way that baby will actually get any milk is by drinking, and it is very leak free. At least I found that anyway. I'd recommend putting the teat on first because it can sometimes get a bit awkward, and then pop that on, and then straight to putting it on the bottle. These bottles that I have only go up to, again, 5 ounces. But you can get the bigger bottles, again, they tend to be a bit more pricey. So I definitely recommend them. Maybe not as much for if your baby has tongue tie, just because, again, similarly to when she's breastfeeding, it can be quite difficult for a latch, but when she was little, this is really helpful for us. The next bottle I'm going to show you is the Lansano Mama. I'm not sure if this is the name of the bottle or just Lansano, it's the brand in general. But again, this is a 5 ounce one, but it does go up to 160 ml. They like to mimic the feel and the latch for baby when using this, which is why the teat is quite different to the rest of the other bottles. And just as usual, there is another valve there. But with these ones also, if you take the teat off, always take the teats off to wash the bottles. You'd be surprised some people don't. Another useful thing that comes with these bottles, or at least came with my bottles, is this. So if you just want to use it as a storage, all you do is place the top of it here, and then see it back up. Bottles are pretty self-explanatory, but these are the ones that I prefer. And again, with these teats, with my daughter being tongue-tied, it offers her a lot of space, like anywhere that she can actually latch on. So for tongue-tied babies, also recommend. I recommend all of these for tongue-tied babies, but some I prefer over the others. And the last bottle, which is my favourite bottle, it was my favourite bottle with my son. They come in multiple colours, decorations. As with most bottles, come in different sizes. So we've gone up to the 3rd size for my daughter. As you can see, it's very cute. And I use these with my son. Hey, this is future me. I realised when I was showing you how to sterilise this, it weren't the best. So, it will come into 3 parts. You've got the lid, I'm counting them as 2, then the middle and the bottom. Make sure the plastic bit's in there. So the way to sterilise it is use 20ml. As you can see, it's got measurements on here. Pour the water into there, then put the teat on the top, then loosely place the base on there, the middle section, and then the lid on top. It's a 3-minute steriliser in the microwave, and you add a minute on for each bottle you add onto. So out of the 4 bottles, the order that I would prefer to put them, Modella is 4, just because as my daughter's got older, it's a bit more difficult for her to latch onto. But the only reason that she's still tongue-tied is because of lockdown. She would have had it sorted, but coronavirus happened. So, yeah. So that would be number 4. Then I would go up to the Lancino, being number 3. Tommee Tippee. And my favourite all-time is the Man. And by no means does I mean any of these bottles are bad. I love them all. And you will find with each child, you find with different bottles work. Some you really loved with your first child, you might hate with your second child, and vice versa. I used to love the newbie bottles with my son, but they've just not worked out for our daughter. So if you haven't been able to watch my previous videos, I will place them onto the screen and you can go ahead and watch those. Until the next video!